Pay attention to where this frame goes here in slot 5. I'm going to put it in real slow for you. This video is from a couple months ago, and I have never gotten so much criticism from a video in my life. But this is May 10th. It's just a simple, everyday putting together a setup that I could dump a swarm into. If you go back and watch the old video, you'll see I put a very big swarm into this setup here. So now it's almost mid-July, and I'm going to go through this hive here to try to explain and try to answer some of the criticism I got. A lot of people were asking why didn't I use foundation. In that frame that I put in at the beginning, you could see there was no foundation, but that wasn't the only one. There was probably most of them didn't have foundation. I think what people don't understand, it seems, is that there was a time before foundation ever existed. The bees don't need it. I had a lot of people telling me it's easier, it's this and that. I don't care. I want to do it the way I want to do it. Here I'm just getting rid of some burr comb, some bridge comb. I wasn't expecting all this. I just sped it up a little bit. But I want to get in here now finally and see what kind of disaster is awaiting me from all these foundationless frames. And I already know the first thing people are going to say when they see these frames. They're going to say, well, that comb is too dark to be foundationless frame from this year. Foundationless comb from this year. I mean, look at how perfect it is. First of all, no, that's from this year. That's comb from this year. Why it's so brown, I don't know. It's not always white forever or light yellow. So now remember that position, just in case some of these might have been drawn before. I really doubt they were. But now I'm pulling out position 3 here to take a look at it. Supposedly it's going to be a big disaster, but no. Perfect comb, perfect frame. Brood looks great. It's not all drone brood. Here's the first frame that I didn't pull out originally. Looks perfect. Just gonna put it right back in there. Has a bunch of honey on it. Gonna clean up some of these little attachments here. I'm putting them into an old lid behind the hive that I can put away from this hive and let the bees clean it up. Now let's go to position 4 here. Here I am holding up way out of view, but I mean, it doesn't get more perfect than that. Perfect combs. It's a foundationless frame. You can tell by the yellow strip across the top. That's my starter strip. I don't know what kind of disaster I'm looking for here. Just trying to wiggle it in there without killing too many bees. But now we're finally at the exact frame that you see me putting in at the beginning of the video. That's position 5. So we know for sure this one had nothing in it at all 2 months ago. And look at how brown it is. It's fully drawn though. I've never inspected this colony since I put them in this box. Perfect brood comb. I mean, that's perfection right there. Foundation is not something you absolutely have to have. The bees don't need it. As long as you know what you're doing, you give them a good guide to build comb on. Level hive, there's nothing to worry about. Another foundationless frame. Perfect. Someone was telling me I couldn't spin it in an extractor. Well, I'm not going to spin brood combs in the extractor, but if I wanted to, I could. I could let them just age a little bit, they get tougher. Then you can spin them. I've spun them many times. But that's not what this box here is about. This is just the brood box. only going to look at a couple more frames here. This is a pretty long video now that I'm looking down at the timer. But hey, just goes to show, I don't know if I have any foundation in this whole box. Oh wait, maybe the next frame, I don't know. No, the next frame looks like a brand new wooden frame. It would have not had any foundation in it. It looks very light colored, like it was brand new. Yeah, there you go. Brand new. All worker brood. Perfectly straight. Why am I holding it so high? I don't know, but look at that. Look at that. Are you kidding me right now? I think this is the last frame I check, if I remember. So I'm just going to tighten everything back up carefully. The weather was getting really cloudy, like we were going to have a storm. You can see the camera swinging around. It's a little windy. It was probably close to dark. That's why I have this full suit on. The bees are a little bit edgy. They've all been getting a little edgy. Another thing about this video, the original video, I'll put the link in the comments, but the original video was titled something about beekeeping myths. And the myth I was talking about was that you can never wear black when you're inspecting bees. I never said in the video that bees love the color black, that they love black clothing. I never said it's great to inspect wearing black all the time. The myth that I was addressing is the one that says you should never wear black when inspecting or doing anything with bees. It's just stupid. You can wear black if you're just messing with swarms. You can wear black if you're inspecting kind of not very strong colonies, maybe nukes and things like that. But the myth that just bees attack black all the time, no matter what time of the year, no matter what stage of the colony, is just not true. So that's the myth. Everybody just took it way out of proportion. So here I'm putting the super back on. It's pretty heavy. It's actually very heavy. I'm trying not to crush too many bees here. It's still going to be a little bit of crunchy time. I originally wasn't going to look through any frames in this box. I was just going to close it up, but I thought, what the heck? I'll look at a couple frames. I'm not sure if these were all foundationless. I think they probably mostly are, except I think most of them were drawn when I first gave this box to the bees. So the wind is just blowing the smoke everywhere. It's hard to even get it down in there. And the bees are getting a little bit lost. They don't really know where they're going here. Another thing people are saying, I don't use smoke. I use smoke all the time. Oh, man. So I'm just looking through here trying to figure out one that'll come up and out pretty easy. They're kind of, you know, honey frames can get a little misshapen sometimes. Not stressing about it. We'll just pull this outside frame here. Let's see what we get. Come on, bring it down into the camera, dummy. Alright, so that side looks good. You know, it's not fully capped. This side, they're still working on it, which is perfect. Good, because I didn't want to take this box anyway. I'm glad they still have a little bit of work left to do up here. And I'll let them go ahead and finish this box out through the end of summer and fall. And this will be their whole winter setup. Let me get this piece of comb out that fell. Check another one here. Okay, one side's fully capped. I mean, I probably could have took this one, but I know the dearth is coming. I mean, we've pretty much been in the dearth for a while. Somehow these bees still found plenty of food to store away. But it's going to get much worse very soon, so I'm just going to let them keep what they have. I like to keep my frames tight together. That was going to be my thumbnail right there. Why do I do this to myself? I had to come around the camera for that one just to be an idiot. So now let's give them a little bit of smoke here. Try to get them down in. I don't know why they're all coming up. And the wind is blowing all my smoke away, so it looks like I'm just trying to smoke them to death, but the smoke is just not really hitting the bees. Now, I love using these feed bags as an inner cover, but here's the problem with them if it's windy at all. You get it perfectly lined up and boop, right back in your face. So then you gotta shake the bees off, try to get it where you want it. Exactly perfect. Hope the wind doesn't blow it away. Then you can carefully put a very light piece of styrofoam on top. Try not to crush bees, just wiggle it around till they're all out of the way. Once you got that, you're good. Line it up just right. Now we can get on our Be Smart lid. And that's perfect. Thumbs up for that one. Thanks for watching. Take care.